What's in the day for the studio? Okay, 2 shares. What are you doing? All the that background.
That background.
So I could just show it. Then I observe. Hey, you observe sound.
No, I know. The numbers of the fan now.
Now put this one for number 1 now.
The smallest of sound, oh man.
No, it's not so. There's going to be a background sound.
Yeah.
From the fan.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us in Vanguardlive. I call it the most exciting time on Vanguardlive, and that is sports. Just welcome, because we're going to take you on a journey of entertainment for the next 30 minutes. And indeed, it's my pleasure. My name remains Tony Ubani. I'm not alone. I'm not walking alone today. I'm not a Liverpool fan anyway, but I must tell you that I have somebody very young but very, very intelligent when it comes to sports analysis. John Egboga. You're welcome.
It's nice to be here, Mr. Tony.
Yeah, John Egboga is a staff of Vanguard Sports, and of course, he is a professional once it comes to talking and writing tennis. Today we'll be talking about tennis, but let me just give you a peep into what we're going to have. We'll be looking at the Nigeria Professional Football League. Today we have exciting matches all over the federation. We'll be bringing that to you, and also, we'll also be taking a peep into boxing, where the two heavyweight boxers, the heavyweight punchers, you call them, we are talking about Tyson Fury and Dento Wilder. These are beasts, animals once it comes to the ring. You put them in the ring, definitely just like putting a lion in a den and then you just throwing somebody into it. It only takes a Samson that can walk out of it, but then that's biblical. I do not know of any Samson that can just enter into a lion's den and walk out of it. We'll be looking at people taking a story, on Fury and Wilder. They met in a press conference, previewing their much talked about, much hyped boxing bout that is coming up on February 22nd. Of course, the world will definitely be listening and tuning in. We'll come to that, and also we're probably going to look at the Supreme Court decision that saw Governor Ihedioha being sacked from Imo State. We just want to look at it from the perspective of sports. We're looking at its impact on the sports festival, because Ihedioha, when he came with brand new ideas, and of course, the who is who in sports, all of them gathered in a way. We'll be looking at that, and of course, to know if indeed Uzodinma is going to bring hope to bear on Imo State once it comes to sports. And then also we're talking about sports, and then come back, to tell you what is happening here in Nigeria. Talk about the Nigerian Professional Football League, which so many people believe has been rebranded. And I think John will be doing so much. But let's just start from the foreign scene and of course come back later. John, let's look at boxing. Boxing is my favorite. Despite the fact that I didn't enter into the ring, it's something that I love so much. Tyson Fury and Dento Wilder, they are claimed to be the best boxers in the planet. And come February 22nd, the two of them are going to square off. We saw snippets of what happened at their press conference, where Fury said, gave signs of number 2, that he's going to knock Dento Wilder out, in the second round. And knowing Dento Wilder, and of course, what he has in stock, do you think this prediction of knocking out Dento Wilder, a man that floored him, the last time they met twice, before he regained consciousness, and of course, it ended in a draw. You think it's possible?
Boxing is difficult to predict. We want to talk about Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. To say that you are going to knock somebody out in round 2 is trash talk for me, because Deontay Wilder is the champion. Fury is coming back, trying to reclaim the title for me. But it's not going to be easy. Deontay Wilder even fired him back. He told him that I will not just knock you down, I will knock you down, you will not stand up. Because the last time Deontay Wilder knocked him down, but he stood up. Now Deontay Wilder said he's going to knock him down and knock him out. Fury said that he's going to knock him down in round 2. For me, I don't think it's going to be possible, because from what I've seen of Fury, he doesn't get into the fight early. Is someone that takes
He builds up.
He builds up. He's someone that from round 4, round 6, he has the stamina to go the whole
The
of
distance, yeah.
the distance. That's why he was able to withstand the punches of Wilder when they fought the last time. For me, this fight is going to be very decisive. I love Fury, but in as much as I love Fury, I know that Wilder has so much at stake in this fight. It's happening in America. He wants to prove to Americans that he has the magic. He has the magic wand. He has the X factor. He's the defending champion, and he has his sights set on our Anthony Joshua. AJ. So he doesn't want to miss that fight. For me, I feel that for Fury to say that, it's boxing. It's mind games. So don't take it as they are saying it. These guys, they are professionals. They know what they just want to hype it. When you tell him you are going to knock him down in round 2, is it easy to floor somebody that has floored? Wilder's only draw was against Fury. Wilder is a predator when he's in the ring. He's the best. He's the best in terms of knocking you down. He's the beast. They call him the beast. So how can you say you want to knock down the beast in second round? It's not going to be possible.
John, I love that, but I must tell you that it's boxing, and of course we talk boxing with so much, passion here, because it's a game that I love, and it's a game where you see stamina at play. You see people psych coming into it, and of course we saw the drama too, the drama at the press conference, and that of course has set the world talking. I saw the clip of the press conference where then to Wilder picked up on a microphone and was sniffing on the microphone. Not so many people understood what it meant. He was apparently referring to Fury. He was referring to Fury because of his drug background and all those things. And John the Beast, as in anytime Dento fights, Dento says his happiness will only come when he beats somebody to death.
Yes.
And do you think, with what we have on Fury is not a meat that you can chew anyhow at all. Do you think that this will go the distance, or do you think that it might end up in a knockout?
For me, I see this thing going to the 12th round, because these guys are the best. I have respect for AJ, but these guys are the best. They are better than AJ. So between both guys,
the two boxers are better than Anthony Joshua.
These two boxers, if AJ is avoiding he's avoiding them. He doesn't want to fight these two boxers. He has been avoiding them. But in boxing now it's clear that after AJ does his mandatory bout against Pulev or Usyk, he has to fight one of these guys. So AJ knows that he has it coming for him. AJ has to be ready for them. But I see these two guys dominating. I don't see Fury winning by knockout. Neither do I see. That's my perspective. I don't see Fury winning by knockout. Neither do I see Wilder winning by knockout. I feel it's going to be a unanimous decision. And when they are doing unanimous decision, it will go in favor of Wilder. I'm telling you, it will go, because this guy has everything going for him. He's the champion. He's the defending champion. He's holding the most important belt in the boxing federation. Is that belt? I know AJ has like 4 belts to him, but the belt that Wilder has, WBC, that's the most important belt in boxing. So for me, I'm a fan of AJ, but when you look at AJ, look at his fight, look at the people he has fought with. He has not fought with the main guys. The main actors are these two guys. The last time that this guy was coming out from retirement, the first fight he had was against Wilder, and he went the distance. Wilder floored him, but he stood up. Now Wilder is telling that I'm not just going to floor you, I'm going to ensure that flooring is permanent. Okay,
that flooring is permanent. This is Vanguardlive, and I must tell you that is the most entertaining aspect on Vanguardlive. When we talk about sports, we talk sports with so much panache, we talk with passion, we talk with love, because it's something that we beat. It's something that we live for. It's not easy for somebody to be practicing sports, for 2 to 3 decades. I think if it's elsewhere outside Nigeria, I think somebody's name should be on the Guinness Book of World Records, which Basha Ali wants to enter. And one of my friends asked me, is it the Guinness in Ogba that Anyway,
I've been hearing about that
anyway,
for the
John,
past 30 years.
that's just John. You brought a lot of perspective. We are taking so much time on boxing, and indeed, my passion for boxing can show. I don't hide it. You brought a lot of things. You talked that Anthony Joshua, our own AJ, is ducking away from these two beasts that will call them Dento Wider and Tyson Fury. But I think that will be another day. We'll come back here. We'll even talk more. We'll even bring a boxer. I'll try as much as possible to see if I can bring Obisia Wampa. Remember him. Obisia Wampa remains one of our great boxers. We cannot just talk only boxing on this show. John, let us also talk about tennis. That's your tennis. When we talk about tennis, so many things are happening out there in the daylight. And, the bushfire that is ravaging Australia and the heat, the choking smoke and all those things. Give us an update. What's happening there, John?
The qualifying started yesterday. Before the main draw is starting next week. The qualifying started yesterday. And when they started the qualifying, one of the players in the qualifying, Japulovic, we saw it on this thing. She was suffering on court because of the air quality. This bushfire, more than 20 people have died. And the quality of air in Australia is very bad now. And the rain now started again. So for Australians, it's a welcome development that the rain is starting. At least it will quench the bushfires. But for the organizers of the tennis, rain and tennis don't miss because it's outdoor. So when rain is falling, that means that matches will be stopped, matches will be delayed, and it will have a spillover. So they are contending with so many issues. They are fighting fire, they are fighting weather. Now the Australians are happy that at least there is rain. But the tennis people, they are saying that, how can we cope with this thing? Players are complaining that this thing is threatening their health.
John, it's I envy Oyibo people, so we call them. I envy them, because they take everything so much serious.
Yes.
With so much seriousness. John, we'll talk about the air they breathe that has been polluted. And I remember you and I, we walked through my two, anyhow, and of course we see the trailers, we see the tankers. Nobody has ever complained about the pollution. We are part of the pollution. We breathe in, we breathe out.
Breathe out. But our life expectancy in this climate in this part of the world is very low. Their life expectancy is high. You see them getting as high as 80, 70. But we here 45, you are dead. You don't even know the cause of your death. So they know what is wrong with the air. They don't climate change. They don't joke with all these things. So the air is bad. If the air is bad, the fans. They are not just thinking about the players, they are thinking about the fans. The health is well. There's no way you can be in an atmosphere where you will not be okay. So they don't want people to come there and be feeling sick. Like the girl was feeling sick. She was being interviewed this morning. I was watching it. The girl said that it's not like she was asthmatic. She's not asthmatic, but the quality of the work was
difficult for her
to breathe. And tennis is the kind of exercise, the kind of intensity with which you play tennis. You need to breathe well. You know the sound of Sharapova. How do you do those sounds? When you are not breathing well, all those things can't come into play.
Thank you so much, John. I know that when you talk about tennis, you waste a lot of time. And indeed, I tell you that this is your numero uno on Vanguardlive. It's sports on Vanguardlive, and of course, in sports, in football, we call it the midfield. That's the engine room. That's the engine room of Vanguardlive. And of course, my name is Tony Ubani. I'm talking with John Ebuka. We're looking at so many things. We're just starting from the foreign scene. From the foreign scene, we'll just dovetail into the home arena. John, yesterday, the Supreme Court in Nigeria made a remarkable, very classic, historical judgment where they sacked the governor of Imo State, Governor Ihedioha. And the Ihedioha, for the 6 months or so that he has been in power, has brought so much vim and vitality to sports. So we saw him, trying as much as possible to bring Imo State, make up Imo State to become the maker of sports, sort of. And I was part of the people that were at the summit, that saw all the who is who in Nigerian sports, ranging from the sports minister, Sunday Dare, to Amos Adamu, to all the Michel Obi, name all of them, everybody who was anybody was in Imo State, and of course they were revitalizing sports. Fanun Dubuke, who was the chairman of the Sports Council, made sure that sports will take the center stage. And there is so much fear, so much apprehension. People are asking what's going to be the fate of all the things they have done, especially with regards to the sports festival that Igbo State, were bidding, and of course they were in the forefront. For them, there was no other person contending with them because they had almost everything. Now, Supreme Court has decided that Ihedioha will step aside for Hope Uzodinma. Hope Uzodinma himself is not a newcomer to sports. I remember him very well. When it comes to sports in Nigeria, he was even the chairman, of a sports federation in Nigeria. Do you think, John, that all the panache that we have seen in Imo State, will go with the wind?
Yesterday's reading, the newsroom was just like a battleground for us yesterday.